Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be about how narcissistic people get you to question yourself, doubt yourself, work harder to please them, live in hope that you can bring back that person who treats you so well while blaming yourself when they treat you so wrong through the narcissist reward punish. And when it's your parents, when you're born into this, you don't know any different. You can just accept things as normal that you shouldn't have accepted as normal because you don't know any difference. You might feel uneasy around them. You might question them. You might question yourself, but you don't know any different. So when a narcissistic parent showers you with attention, it feels good. You feel supported and understood and loved and heard. And then when they take this away from you, you don't blame the parent. You question yourself. As a child, you wonder what you've done wrong and often daren't speak out. And then when that narcissistic parent picks you back out, takes you back out somewhere, treats you to something, spoils you, and then they take that away from you, again, you question yourself because life is a series of actions and consequences. And yes, parents do have to discipline their children. However, narcissistic parents don't discipline their children because their children have done something wrong as such. Narcissistic parents condition their children to perform exactly how the narcissistic parent wants them to perform, and when the child isn't performing how the narcissistic parent wants them to perform, they withdraw attention, affection and support. They neglect their child. And what is confusing is when the child works harder to please the parent, the narcissistic parent showers the child with attention, then reinforcing within the child's mind, the child's beliefs that it was the child at fault and not the parent. Now, when you're born into it, you don't know any different. However, when you get into a relationship with a narcissist, you don't know any different because a narcissist will love bomb you. They will idolize you. They will sell you an illusion of who they are and what life could be like with them to deliver you a completely different story. They might lavish you with gifts. They might flatter you. They can come along playing your hero. They can want to spend a lot of time with you. That fast involvement, claiming soulmate status, quick, rushing you into doing things you don't want to do. And as these things can be mistaken for the honeymoon period, the excitement of a new relationship, as you yourself might go into a relationship wanting to help another person out, you don't see that them helping you is their way of manipulating you. You believe they're coming from the same place as you. As you offer people compliments, you don't recognise their flattery. As you are excited about the new relationship and being swept along with it, you don't see them rushing you into something you're not comfortable with. And then with their love bombing, they've influenced you when they're spending all their time with you, when they're messaging you, they've influenced you into believing in them. Or when a narcissist feels criticism in some way, when they feel like you're not doing what they want you to do, when you've placed a boundary on them, when you're not pleasing them, when you've called them out on a promise they've not delivered, when they fear they might be exposed for their behaviour, they're going to go all out to blame you, shame you, and punish you, to gaslight your reality. They're going to withhold everything from you. They will withhold compassion, care, communication, safety, security, sleep, money, protection, affection, support, privacy. They're going to punish you by neglecting you. And the confusing thing about this is when one person hurts another person, the person they've hurt can withdraw from that person because that person has hurt them. So we can recognise this. We can recognise that when we've hurt, we might withdraw. Therefore, we look at what we've done to hurt that person as to why they've withdrawn from us. When it comes to a narcissist will have done something to hurt you, or they will be doing something to hurt you, to exploit you, something that takes down your values, your beliefs. It's going to hurt you in the long term. So you might have said no to them. The narcissist will have done something to hurt you, and then they will withdraw to punish you for them hurting you. But we don't see this. We question what we've done for them to suddenly fall silent on us, rather than questioning that they're not getting their own way. And narcissistic people don't swoop in and do this straight away. They slowly do it bit by bit to drip feed us into believing we're the problem, that we need to work harder to please them. They condition us to serve them. They condition us to expect nothing and give everything. They condition us to believe that our emotional responses to their actions are the problem, when without their actions we wouldn't be having those emotional responses, because we're busy questioning their emotional responses on what we might have done to offend them, rather than recognizing they're trying to offend us and then they're blaming us for them offending us. So as we question ourselves, as we ruminate, as we think about what we could have done, as we chase them, as we do all we can to bring back the person we met, the parent who can treat us right, as we do everything in our power to please them, when we get it right by the narcissist, they then reward us. And they reward us by giving back to us what they withheld from us. So if they've given us some sleep deprivation, they'll start saying, oh, you're tired, why don't you go and have some rest? I'll take care of the house. Although they don't take care of the house, they make it worse. So when you wake up, you're moddering, cleaning up after them. They stop communicating with you, and then when you do something to please them, they will then communicate with you. They withhold finances from you, and then they'll go and spoil you. They intimidate you by saying they're going to tell everyone your secrets, and then they turn around and say they would never do anything like that to you. It's a very confusing place to be, because one minute they're there for you, the next minute they disappear on you, then they blame you, you work harder to please them, they come back and reward you by being there for you, which reinforces that belief within your own mind that it was your doing, when it's not your doing, it's who they are as a person. They don't think like you, they're coming from a completely different place. They are self-entitled, they are selfish. There's a difference between people being selfish and demanding their needs get met, and people being self-aware in order to protect themselves without hurting another person. And another manipulation tactic that a narcissist will use with the reward punish is the things that they withhold from you behind closed doors, the things they punish you with behind closed doors. They will give to you in front of an audience. They will give to you in front of friends and family, so that if you try to speak out to people, they might seem like enablers, but they don't know the full story. So they might come at you and say, well, they're not bad. Well, what about when they did this for you? Because they're only seeing the side of the story that the narcissist wants them to see, that the narcissist is selling them. So when you're out and they're doing the things that they withhold from you at home, you can think, oh, maybe it is just me then, because they're being like this now, so perhaps it is just me, perhaps I need to work harder. And then when you get home, they change the game on you again. Now survivors can be like this because they don't feel comfortable in the home with the narcissist. They can also act differently when out in public. It's all the intentions behind the behaviour. They can feel very uncomfortable in the home with the narcissist, and they can feel more comfortable and relaxed when they're with friends and family, if the narcissist hasn't isolated them from their friends and family. Or another manipulation tactic a narcissist will use with reward punish is they will take something away from you. They will punish you and then they will give to somebody else in front of you what they're withholding from you. This is a prime example when a narcissist moves on with a new supply. They will withhold attention, affection and support from their partner and their children. They will withhold financial resources from their partner and their children, or from their ex-partner and their children. And then they will seek a new source of supply, and they will shower the new source of supply and the new sources of supply children with attention, affection, support and finances. And they will make sure that you find out about it. Or a narcissist will stop flattering you and then they will flatter somebody in front of you, and then when you call them out about it, they'll accuse you of being jealous, so that you question yourself, so that you shut down who you are to serve them, because they believe they're entitled to do as they please. They are the self-entitled hypocrite. It's one rule for them and another rule for you. When it comes to the whole reward punish, it's confusing, as you are trained, you are conditioned to believe that you're the one causing the problems within the relationship, when they are creating the problems within the relationship to get you to behave how they want you to. Sometimes it's not what narcissistic people do to you, it's what they take from you while blaming you for the reason why they took it from you. This is why we have to observe people's behaviour, because yes, people can act in these ways. So it's observing patterns of behaviour. It's being self-aware, observing how we feel around people, not how they make us feel, how we feel around them, whether we can communicate with people. Everyone can go through bad days, everyone can feel hurt and might fall silent on somebody. Everyone has the capabilities of doing that. It's the intentions behind the behaviour. With good intentions, there's no wrong way or right way to live your life. There is only your way. If anyone has any thoughts on the video, please add those into the comments. Thank you very much for listening. I shall add in the video description the videos on the narcissist, gaslighting, projection, silent treatment, and the things they say to distract you from the truth, as this explains more on how they withdraw from you to get you to work harder to please them. Go and do something today that makes you smile, that you enjoy doing, even if it's hard doing it. Do something that you find enjoyable and do it for you. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.